Today's bill, the Smoke-Free Schools Act. If I told you there was an industry that was highly illegal, targeting school children, costing our economy and our healthcare system billions of dollars, you'd probably think I was talking about some guys from season 1 of Breaking Bad. But I'm not. I'm talking about contraband cigarettes, and it turns out they're being produced at a pretty alarming rate. In 2014 alone, the RCMP seized 94,000 cartons and bags of unmarked cigarettes. That's 18,800,000 cigarettes. If you add the amount of contraband cigarettes seized from 2013 and 14, you'll have enough contraband cigarettes that when you put them end to end, could stretch from Toronto to San Antonio, Texas. Rolled up cigarettes are being pumped out of sketchy white vans near high schools in the same way that teenage girls are streaming out of Justin Bieber concerts. And that's a problem because a report from the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health stated from 2010 that 43% of all cigarettes consumed by Ontario high schoolers are contraband cigarettes, and that 50% of daily smokers in Ontario high schools smoked at least one contraband cigarette a day. When you think about the fact that so many of our contraband cigarettes are going to our children in high schools across the province of Ontario, you've got to think that the government is doing something to stop the illegal manufacturing, distribution, and sale of contraband. And you'd be right. The government has pledged to tackle this issue. In the 2014 Fall Economic Statement, the Finance Minister said this: "We're taking further measures to address the supply of contraband tobacco." He even went a step further and said this during the 2015 budget rollout.
Address revenue leakage, because that's been part of the issue affecting us since 2013. Numbers were down. So we're looking at underground economy and ensuring that
Now I know what you're thinking. Revenue leakage sounds like a problem that affects governments of a certain age. How do we stop it? After all, the minister made what sounds like a pretty strong promise, but what he actually did was cut down on component parts of contraband, like raw leaf, acetate, and filters that only make up 30% of the contraband problem. Saying that you're going to cut down on contraband and then only addressing 30% of the problem is like telling your wife that you're going to take her out for a nice anniversary dinner and then surprising her by pulling up to an Arby's. In reality, Ontario is doing very little to affect any change to a contraband cigarette economy that's costing the government $1.1 billion a year in lost revenue and several billion more in health costs. That's why I'm proposing a bill that will increase fines for people who are transporting, manufacturing, and bringing these cigarettes to the schoolyards, and it'll inform our kids about the dangers of smoking contraband. It'll also let the minister, yeah, that guy, it'll let him share proceeds from seizures in these investigations with the police departments who bust the bad guys. When Quebec enacted measures like these, it saw a 60% decrease in youth smoking rates. We can have those results in Ontario. So let's start the conversation and get your friends involved by using the hashtag #SmokeFreeSchools. And that's today's bill.